wrenched her imprisoned hand free. "I don't like stupid jokes," she muttered, overcome with confusion. "Do I give you the impression that I am joking?" he asked. "If you are serious, that is worse," said she. "Then I know you are only trying another way of providing for me. You believe I have only just thought of it, haven't you?" "I have thought of it since you were 15, my dear. But never mind. We will call it a joke, if you think that the least of two evils. I see you do. The incident is closed. The bargain is off, and I can buy Redford when it is put up for sale. Good bye, goddaughter. No, I can't stay to lunch today. I have some business to attend to, but of course I shall see you again before you go." And when he did see her again, he gave not the smallest sign of what had happened, so that she almost grew to feel that she must have dreamt it. That same afternoon, Jim Urquhart, who was always doing so, rode over to Redford to see if he could help her pack. He wondered at her abstracted manner, and her sudden change of mind concerning the piano and wardrobe and other things. Having laboriously packed books and pictures, she now proposed to unpack half of them. She wanted to see what room she would have in her cottage first. In fact, it seemed to him that she did not know what she wanted. She was evidently tired and overwrought. "Oh, Jim," she moaned, from amongst the dust and litter, "it is a wrench." "What do you suppose it is for us?" he returned gloomily. "Without you at Redford. I'm trying not to think of it." "So am I. But it's no use. It has got to come." "I suppose there is no way out?" "None. That is all settled. I have told Mr Thornycroft, and he won't tease me any more." "Do you think you will be happy down there, cooped up in streets?" "I know I shall not. But the streets down there will be better than the streets of a bush township." "Why streets at all? Why not stay about here somewhere, where you have us all near you?" "Exiled from Redford? No, thank you. Besides, where would we stay? Detached cottages don't grow in these parts." Then he blurted it out. "I have never said anything, Deb. I knew I wasn't fit for you, and I am not now. I've got to look after my dear old mother and the children, who haven't got anybody else, and I couldn't give you a home worthy of you, perhaps never, no matter how I worked and tried. But if love is any good, and the things that after all make homes, not money and fine furniture, dear old boy, don't," she pleaded, with twitching lips. "I may as well, now I have begun," said he. "I don't suppose it is any use, but I'd just like you to know once, as far as my life is my own. It is yours any day you like. It has been since I was a boy, and it will be for a good while yet. I won't say for ever, because you can't tell what's going to happen, but I'm already bet my soul that it will be for ever. Now, do just what you feel inclined to, Debbie. I'm not going to press you. I know my place too well. But if you should think it a better plan to live with me, and have me work for you and take care of you the best I can, why, any heaven that's coming to us by and by simply won't be in it, not for me." He looked at her across the packing case between them, and dropped his voice to add, "But you wouldn't, of course." "I would, dear Jim," she cried, with warm impulsiveness. "That is, I might. A good man like you is worth a world full of money and furniture. I don't live for those things, as you seem to think. But but you know how it is. I can't change about from one to another." He dropped the saddest "No" into the pregnant pause. "No, Deb, no. I expected that. Staunch through everything. That's you all over." Well, with a movement as if to pull himself together, "I'm staunch too. We're equals in that, anyhow, and don't you forget it. I'll not bother you any more. I never have bothered you, have I? But I'm here when you want me, body and soul, at any hour of the day or night. You'll remember that?" Stretching his horny hand across to her, and being in the same instant electrified by the touch of her lips upon it. "Oh, I will, I will." The evening post brought a ship letter. Guthrie Carey was in port. He had been there long enough to hear the news that Deborah Pennycuick was penniless, and that Claud Dalzell had deserted her. So he had written to her at length, the longest letter of his life, 10 pages. She took it to her bedroom and sat down to read it, while at the same time she rested a little before dinner. She had frowned over the envelope. Now she smiled over the first pages. She sighed over the middle ones. She even wept a little over the last. Then she wrote out an answer and sent it by a groom to the nearest telegraph office. "Please do not come. Am writing." Thus she cast aside in one day 3 good men and true, heart bound to one who was not worthy to be ranked with any of them. But that is the way of love. End of chapter 13.